Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of some F1 2020 career mode gameplay with Tauri. Today we're going to be doing episode number 7, round 7 of course, for the Canadian Grand Prix, a track that I've done well on recent games, so I'm hoping we can do the same here. But first of all, we're going to get the upgrades. We seem to be doing well. Obviously the car feels great, good. We'll be up in the AI through the gears as well, until they probably get patched in a later performance. But nevertheless, we're going to carry on. We're still using the old engines in practice. It's not getting enough resource points, but yes, I did do a video earlier today about practice, how to get the most out of practice points, in case you needed that. But let's go then for Canada. We're the 5th fastest team on the track as well, which I'll show you the performance chart for Canada in just a moment. But first of all, we have to go down to Montreal, and here we are. So here's the performance. See, Red Bull have jumped back in front of Ferrari, so that little tussle's still going on. Obviously Mercedes out in front. Then ourselves and Racing Point are starting to strike a little bit different from Renault and McLaren, who haven't upgraded since Vietnam, the second round this season. So they got a lot of work to catch up if they don't want to be left behind. Renault, the 3rd slowest car on the grid, along with ahead of Haas and Williams. So we move into qualifying now. Obviously we've got the new paddock here, and we're ready in our car, ready to get out in this one and only qualifying session, which of course we did a banker lap, which actually we did 2 laps. We're currently in P9, but obviously it's the end of the session, so a lot of people are going to be crossing the line. Those are left in the pit lane at this point, Arthur. But we're not improving through this first sector. Now we start to make, we were 600s down, but we sort of made a little bit of time now up to 200s down, but that course is fluctuating about all over the place. We've somehow gone faster. Obviously our teammate Gasly is ahead of us at this point, so we dropped a place to P10 now, so somebody's improved. We're 10th up though through this middle sector as Albon improves. Gasly has improves as well. There's a bit of more understeer there through the hairpin, which is not what I wanted. I have lowered the wings to 4/8 for this weekend, but sort of wondering whether or not that is the right. Let's see what we can do. We've got Ricciardo and Norris behind us, just showing us how little the upgrading of the Ferrari, sorry, excuse me, the McLaren and the Mercedes. Up to the line, what we can do. We're losing time. It's going to be a 1:10.3. By the way, I've seen people now start doing lessons a minute at Austria, which I think is insane. But for us, anyway, it's P12. Unfortunately for Valtteri Bottas, he'll be starting from P8. Yes, just to show them. Oh dear Lord, it's raining. Well, so far what I've seen, the rain is against the player, but it's a bit iffy. Some people are not. Well, we're going to have to prepare ourselves. We're going to have to make sure that we get the strategy to right. It's time for the rain-affected Canadian Grand Prix.
Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than 1/10 of a second. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history. Could be the cause of a safety car today. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap. So always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Stroll, Charles Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty, and Bottas, Vettel, Albon, and AlphaTauri, and Esteban Ocon, Sainz, Gasly, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Raikkonen, Grosjean, Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen, and George Russell, Norris, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for that. I mean, we're going to change that race strategy from mediums and then we'll just go on to inters. But first of all, we've been elevated up to 9th place by all the penalties. They've all got 5-place penalties. I don't get that. I know that it's Canada, but I'm not sure if it feels a little bit too much like a bit of a glitch for me. As 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights are out and away we go from 9th on the grid. What can we do? It's a great start. Head of Albon. Can we get Vettel as well? Down into there. We'll try and look at Bottas into turn 1. We're going to have the... he's going to sweep out onto the racing line, which is going to cut us off. And we're going to have to stay behind Bottas from now on. So we cut to lap 3 now. Obviously the racing points have in their the time of their life. Obviously the performance of that car in game isn't realistic compared to... that, but even Lewis Hamilton managed to get past Lance Stroll. So we're now in the slipstream of Valtteri Bottas. They've got the racing points as our 3rd and 4th, and they are starting to hold everybody out. We've got Valtteri Bottas up in front of Mercedes, who also had a penalty. This one was the only one that was actually advertised. He did have collision with Vettel, but obviously we don't have a replay option on the qualifying, so I didn't have to actually get very close to Bottas's rear end there as we look to get there. Moving up to P6 now. Somebody's pitted up, either Hamilton or Verstappen, I think, or somebody else, I think, actually, because we weren't there. In actual fact, we just prodded around Bottas. So that wasn't making that. I was just trying to put him under a bit of pressure, but we made the move stick. So this is at the end of the sectors. I don't know any of the corner names, I apologise, but he just gets a little bit on the curb, too much on the curb, and we actually hit the wall there as we jumped to lap 7. We've now back up there at Lance Stroll. It is starting to rain here, so we do better than hanging out and waiting for the intermediates. This is the right strategy here today. Doing the one stop, we're going to be, if everybody else makes their pit stops, we're going to be absolutely miles ahead of everybody else, providing of course there's no crashes or pit stops. Can we get Stroll now? I mean, the racing point has been slow, it's been holding up everybody. Surely the tyres are now going off after 8 laps. Softs really don't last more than that around Canada. Stroll continues on, Bottas pits, and Albon continues on as well. So maybe they're trying to stretch their softs until the rain period. I'm not too sure. So look at Max Verstappen, who has pitted for mediums, which is an idiotic case because the rain is coming. Surely they should know this, but the AI aren't coded to look at the weather forecast, unfortunately, in this game. They're stuck behind the 2 Alfa Romeos. Jumping to lap 11, we've got a 12-second lead over Max Verstappen. The 2 Alfa Romeos, unfortunately, Jeff did come up. It is time for the inters as we understeer, no steer through that corner. And we're still, but it's a healthy lead, nevertheless. Gasly's out of the race. Safety cars being deployed, and everybody's going to be coming in. So we're going to be leading the pack with the safety. Everybody's going to be behind us now. That's but not what we wanted. as our teammate engine has let us down, because we needed that gap when we were 13 seconds going into the pit lane ahead of Verstappen. That is a massive lead over Verstappen. We would have been able to we'd been able to keep that lead going through to there into the the second half of the race. It's 2.77 stop. That's pretty much realistic compared to what they were doing at Hungary at the weekend. Lance Stroll has pitted the lap before. He has moved off into second place, so it would have been a 5-second gap to Stroll, but Stroll was falling back, so we now catch up to the safety car. We're going to show the AI how to do a proper restart, not like they do in Baku when Bottas didn't let the safety car go and then had to slow, literally couldn't maintain the pace basically. So yes, the safety car's in. We're gonna slow down down this back straight. This is what they should have been doing at Baku, by the way. It's the same scenario. There's a straight coming up to where the finish line is. Let the safety car go. The safety car has gone. It's in the pit lane now, and you can see there that Stroll is sort of being caught napping behind us on the mini map there. But yes, we have the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. Lance Stroll is in second, Max Verstappen down in third. What can the Dutchman do? He hasn't got the engine compared to the Mercedes powered Racing Point, or rather pink Mercedes, but obviously he's got better the cornering speed of the Red Bull, so should be better in these conditions. But none of that happened. We're coming across the line. Ladies and gentlemen, we've won our first race for Alpha Tauri. We've won our first race in this career mode. Absolutely fantastic.
Cannot be serious!